Hey my good people, welcome again to our channel, and in this video I will start by congratulating those who have had their visas approved in the most recent past and are planning to immigrate to the United States. It is everyone's wish to relocate immediately to the United States after their visas have been approved, but sometimes this is not possible. So what will you do if your host does not want you to move immediately to the United States after receiving your passports and visas? This is very tricky situation that faces many green card winners in many regions all over the world. And what you should know is that your green card visa is only valid for maximum of 6 months from the day you go for your visa interview. This means that you are supposed to immigrate to the United States before the 6 months are over. After the expiry of the 6 months, you become inadmissible to the United States. So that is why most people will want to move to the United States as soon as possible to avoid any delays that may affect them being admitted to the States. So what we as YouTubers advocate is for you people, once your visa has been approved, the next thing to do is to contact your host, talk to your host at length, share your mind and thoughts on what you want to be done. Then your host will tell you maybe to wait for 1 or 2 or 3 months before you join him or her in the United States, or some host will have to take you in as soon as you are ready. So in this case, will you be able to wait for such a long period of time, 3 months, 4 months, before you move to the United States? For me, this is a personal issue that requires personalized decision to make depending on how your situation is. If you really believe on what your host is telling you and he goes by his or her actions, you will have to wait for a few months before you travel. But I know most of the DV winners, they run out of patience. They will not be able to wait. They will start moving up and down, looking for other means. But I know some will have to wait if they have no alternative. Some will want to have few months to make some few adjustments, more especially arrangements for the accommodation and fix some 1 or 2 things before the new member or the family comes in. So that's why we need to give our host some few time or some few months for them to readjust to take you in, more especially if you are moving in with your large family. But all this will depend on how you are assured by your host and if he will keep his words. The other option is to start looking for another host or someone who can accommodate you in the United States. And to get this other person to accommodate you in the United States is not going to be easy. You will only get this through determination and how connected you are with friends and relatives. You can also try to reach out to some agencies that provide accommodation at a fee and see whether they can take you in. But the problem with most of these organizations or agencies, they only take in singles or spouses without kids. They will not let you in with your kids, so you will have to leave them in your home country and come to the United States, get settled, and once you are okay and you have gotten your own apartment, you can come for your kids, pick them, take them to the United States before the expiry of the 6 months given in the green card visas. So friends, those are some of the hard decisions that you'll have to make when your host will not be willing to let you in with your family immediately after your green card has been approved. So it is a hard decision, as I've said, to make. Others will always have to wait for a longer period of time, and even after waiting, you get that their hosts are not taking them in. So it is a proactive situation that needs you to think so fast and get the things moving. So all those options that I've given you will have to salvage your situation and get to the United States. And for sure, I know the most important thing that you need from your host is accommodation, because immediately you get to the States, the maximum period you can stay in your host doing nothing is like a month. After that, you will have your documents, you'll start working, and in a few months, like 2 to 3 months, you could have gotten enough money, and with the assistance of your host, you can get to your own apartment. And after that, before the expiry of the 6 months duration given for the green card visas, you can go for your family and you start life together. So those are some of the things that I wanted us to share in this video. And we never take this for granted. We appreciate you for watching our videos, sharing our videos, and by so doing, that is the only way you promote our channel. Please, if you are watching us for the first time or you have been watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel and like our videos, make comments, and that way you YouTube will make our videos reach so many people out there. Thank you and may God bless you. See you in our next video. Bye bye.